Hello everyone and welcome to EG Jewel Lapidary. My name is Eli Ganeem and today we're going to talk about riveting. So I'm going to show you a few things on how to rivet your work. I already did this one here, and the first thing I'm going to show you is peening. So when you do riveting is you're going to peen using the peening hammer, which is the ball end of your hammer, and then you're gonna peen the pin that you put in. Now the problem, actually it's not a problem, but what will happen is it will leave peening marks on your material. And let me show you that. A close up right here. Here it is. So you see all these marks around it, and if you like that peening marks on your material, that's fine, you could leave it like that. If not, then you gotta use, and I'm going to show you a different way of riveting. What I did is I made two peening tools. That the first one, it was a little bit on the deep side, and the edge was a little bit sharp, so it did leave some marks on the metal around the rivet. And let me show you what I'm talking about here. Okay, you could see the line around the rivet, and you could polish it, you can get it off, but I still think it shouldn't be there when you do the riveting. So then I made another one, which it's a little bit shallower. It's a bit shallower, and I polished also the edge, so now you don't have a sharp edge around here. And when you rivet this one here, you will punch at the top, but you're not going to hit the base of your plate. Now these are two pieces of copper that I put together here, and you could actually see it. Now the other way of riveting is, now this one here you could actually see the rivet, but let's say you don't want to see the rivet, you want to have it flush. You could do that, and I did this one here with the steel so you could see the different colors. If I look at the back, you could see that this is flush, and what happened is when you do it in the same color, so if I have the brass rivet and this right here, which I marked with the Sharpie around it, this is actually, there is a rivet here, but you can't actually tell, you can't see it. So let me show you that too. Okay, the one where it's circled with the Sharpie, actually there is a rivet here, but you can't see it. And this is the other one right there, which you could see the color, the different colors. So you could actually make it that way. So right now I have these two tools. Now this one here, the one that I didn't like, I'll be able to use it if the diameter of the rivet is a little bit bigger than what I'm using for the copper. I could go in, and as long as it doesn't hit the base, then I'm okay, because I'm not going to leave any marks. So here I got two other pieces of copper that I'm going to show you how to rivet these two. Now, first thing you gotta do, this I already drilled, this pre-drilled, but I didn't clean it. Now, if you look down here, there is burrs from the drill. And before I go ahead with that, when you drill for your rivet, you check, you take a vernier, check your, I think I have some right here. Okay, here's another one. So you check the diameter. You check the diameter of the rivet that you're gonna use. And make sure you get the same size drill. And by doing that, usually the drill, if the same size, it's going to drill just a little bit oversized. So it's going to be for you, it's like a slight fit into that hole, which makes it easy for you. If you have it too loose, you won't be able to rivet it properly. So this way it will fit nicely, and then you'll be able to hammer it. Actually, you could see this one here, it's already, I put it in, it's not hammered in yet, but it's just to hold the two pieces together. This is the drilled hole. What I use is a deburring tools, and I go in and I will just clean it and put a chamfer right there. Now the chamfer is gonna help in two things. First, you're cleaning your the surface, and at the same time, when you hammer the rivet in, it actually is going to mushroom and fill that chamfer and make sure that it's going to be tight and it's not going to fall off. So that's what you do. The other thing is, by using this one, if you want to make the flat one, which I'm going to do next, if you want to do the flat one, then you put a bigger chamfer on the side where you want to have it flush. By doing that, you mushroom your pin, and it fills up that chamfer, and it makes sure that it will not come off from your hole. So to do this one here right now, I just lost, I think, one, but there's another one. I'm just going to put it in so I don't lose the position when I do the when I rivet the first one. I don't want to lose, because these are all pre-drilled, and I want to keep them that way. So, oops, and that's why I just put it back in. Here we go. Okay, this is a wooden hammer, so I won't hurt it. Okay, now what I did also down here, I hammered it on this brass piece, but what I did on the brass, I did a little divot down here that when I put my the other side of the rivet, if I put it in there, it will actually stay there. Okay, here you could actually see the little divot I did. And the reason for that is, when I put my, this is the one I will rivet right here. So when these are pre-cut already, and the other thing is that I would like to mention to you guys is, when you cut your rivet, you don't want to have it too long, otherwise you won't be able to mushroom it over the piece. So you gotta go for this one here. I just about a millimeter or just a touch less than a millimeter. So when I put this end over this divot right here, if I hammer, if I put it on a flat surface, that thing is going to come up. It will be all the way up. And then I will hammer it and it's not good. But if I put it in the divot area, right here, come on, get in, then I know there is more of that pin on the other side. So now I'm going to use the peening, and I will go just a little bit on this side, and then I'm going to go on the other side. Just let me show you this here. Okay. So you could see the peening, and I'm trying to stay away from the, and now I'm going to do the other side, which is not done yet. Okay. So now I turn it and do the same thing. Put it in that divot, and I will peen. Okay, so that's done from here. I'm going to do also back to the other side. Now I'm using the flat surface because it doesn't matter anymore. They're already been riveted. Okay, so this has been riveted using the peening hammer, which I think if you are careful enough not to hit around it or not to let it slip from your hand, you'll be all right. Because if you look at this one here, really it looks pretty good. And after that you can just polish it. Let me show you here what I'm talking about. See the peening? But here you are. And if I turn it the other way, this is the other side. Okay, now, so this is done. What I'm going to do now is I'm going to do the other one. Now this one here, I didn't chamfer it. I left it without chamfering, so I'm going to take it out and then chamfer it, and then let me take a pair of pliers. Okay. So again, chamfer both ends right here. Now this is the one I said we're going to do the flush back. So if I do the flush back, I'm going to try to chamfer a little bit more to get enough material to be flush, and that pin will not go out. So okay, let me show you. Here we go. See the chamfer there? So by having this chamfer like that, I know the when I pin the pin is going to flush, it will go spread around this area, and when I clean it flush, it will stay holding. It will stay that chamfer. So now I'm going to put the other one in. So, and another thing you should do is clean when you cut your size of pen. Make sure you clean it. Just use sandpaper and clean it up. Makes it easy. Oops. Now usually when I'm doing other things, I don't pre-drill everything at the same time. I just this one here, I was trying to do it all at the same time so I can, because of the video. Now I can put this one in. So let me try again. So it's kind of tight, which is good. So at least this way you know it's going to be nice and tight. Okay. So now just want to make sure that this is the height is good. So when I take, now this is the new one I did, which is, it's shallower, and I cleaned the edge and polished it. Now these are heat treated, so you could see this one here. Okay, this is shallower, and also the edge of it, which is this edge here, is already polished. So even if it hits the base, it shouldn't make a big mark on it. So now I'm going to use a bigger hammer. Okay, and just like that, it's done. So here, let me show you this one. So now I'm going to do the other side, and the other side is the one that's going to be flush. So I need to peen it. And the reason for peening is because you flush it, you spread the material on that chamfer that we did. Now you're going to add up some peening around, which is fine because okay, I want you to have a look at this one here now. So it covered the chamfer already. You got some peening over there, but that doesn't matter because normally you're going to file this. You're probably not going to use that, but just in case, if you need to do it, it's always, you know how to do it. So what I'm going to do right now is I'm just going to file the top off. Now there's something else that you probably don't know. Triangular files, they're great for working, but I don't know how many people they know that one side of the file is actually curved, is rounded a little bit, and sometimes you need to use it. Like I'm going to do this one here, and I'm using the curved area to get into that the inside of the pen. Okay, so this is file, sandpaper. Got sandpaper? Yeah, I got some here. Let me use that. Okay. Now, if you look at this one here, I don't know if you can see it or not, but here it is. See that? You don't see the rivet at all, it's just flush. And now you could do a better job than I did, because I'm just trying to show quickly so you can actually polish it and you won't see anything at all. So it's one end is riveted, the other end is flush. This one here, it's riveted, it's peened, and it's peened. Now the last one I'm going to do is going to be basically peened using the tool that I did on both sides. I'm going to take this one out. There you go. And the other one is here. Now this been chamfered already, so it's okay. All I have to do is just fit this one in. Here it is. And now what I'm doing is putting that little divot down here like that, and get my tools. I'm going to take the right one, which is this, and go on the top, line it up using the big hammer, which is this is 24-ounce hammer, where this one is a little bit smaller. Anyway, then you put it on the other side. And also this one is riveted using the tool that I did. You could see here. Here you go. And the other side, same thing. Okay, so now we learned a couple of things. You have a flush side rivet, the other side is proud. This one here, it's peened on both sides, and when you peen them you could actually see it mushroomed a little bit bigger than the actual size. This one here just controls it, but it does the job too. So here you have it. I hope you liked the video, and I hope you enjoyed it. And don't forget to subscribe, and have a great day. See you next time.